Dude, so I picked up my water during the like little intro thing, and I
Uh-huh.
spilled it on my leg. Like not spilled it, but like if I was in public right now, I'd be like, all right, I've got to figure out a way to pour more water on my leg so it doesn't look like I peed.
I'd be like, he peed his pants.
Dude, do you?
Peeing
All the
pants is
kids-
cool.
Yeah, all the cool kids pee their pants. What's your
I'm
favorite
Miles
line?
Davis.
Exactly. I was right about to say. That's my favorite part of that line is when she goes, "Peeing your pants is cool. I'm Miles Davis." For those of you who don't know what we're talking about right now, it comes from the great Billy Madison.
Classic.
I don't understand. I'll say this: you and I love Adam Sandler movies, and we were like right at the right age. You know what I mean? Because we were in
To
college.
get into the jokes and to sit around sometimes, just watch a stupid movie and
Well, I feel
enjoy
like
it.
I was 23 and you were 25 when those
Okay.
movies were coming out. You know what I mean? And Adlai's
Yeah.
not always 2 years older than me. There's that like couple months
6
where
month
we're a year
gap.
apart. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But anyways, so like and you were living behind Pete and Ryan, and like we just were living like that dirty lifestyle. So the idea of free Subway for life was like, oh wow! Remember that when Happy Gilmore gets free Subway for life? And
We're like, that's perfect.
oh, that was amazing. And then we all started like asking each other, like, what would you want free for life if you could get food free for life? What if you had one restaurant now today that you and see you live in Bakersfield and that sucks because I love the food in California, and
Yeah.
and in Bakersfield you're getting 85% of what you're getting in Los Angeles. I'll argue maybe 65. I don't know, but what I
Not
like
all of it, but some of it.
a good chunk of
A
it.
good chunk of it, yeah. Kate and I'll do this game where it's like, okay, we can do this with like the rest of your life, one more day, or never again. So it's kind of like the clean version of F, Marry, Kill. You know what I mean? So I'd take like Skittles, M&Ms, and Reese's Pieces, and you have to choose one more day, never again, and every day for the rest of your life. So if we applied that to like restaurants, like if there was a restaurant that I could do every single day, it would be tough. Because
Oh, dude, I know exactly which one I'd. If I lived in Bakersfield, there's no doubt I already know which one I'd have every day.
would you go In and Out?
No,
Oh, you wouldn't go In and Out as your
Yeah.
everyday.
not at all. And I like In-N-Out a lot. I love In-N-Out a lot. But if somebody was like, you're gonna be in California and like Southern California, so this restaurant's there, and
Tommy
you're only gonna be
Burgers.
there for one meal. You're only getting this one meal. This is what I'm gonna eat, and it won't be your mom's frozen pizzas. That's a hint.
Is it a fast food chain?
I just gave you a hint. It won't be your mom's frozen pizzas.
Little Caesars.
No, Pollo Loco, dude. What did we eat when your mom offered us frozen pizza?
It's like, I get it. Oh, El
Yeah.
Pollo Loco, huh?
It'd most definitely be the Loke, bro. Like, but here's the problem. I can't go to that homeless one we went to. Like, no offense to that Pollo Loco, and God bless the kids that work there. They were very nice to us. Wait, what did Prospect say?
You just said DJ Prospect in the house. What's up, Chino Brothers?
Hey, what's up, Prospect? All right, Prospect. If you could eat one restaurant for the rest of your life, what would it be, homie? And I just said the Loke, Pollo Loco.
El Pollo Loco.
Pollo Loco.
And we're talking somewhat chain, right?
No, you can have anything you want.
Okay,
But,
so it could
'cause
be
think
like
about it,
this-
I don't have El Pollo
okay.
Loco in Pittsburgh. So, like,
You
I'm
have
screwed.
Perinigans or whatever. What is that place called?
Permanis.
Permanis. Yeah,
Yeah.
Permanis, right? Okay. Gosh, that'd be a tough one though, because it would probably be a taco joint, and it would be there's a truck down the street, SoCal Tamal, it's called, and we're gonna go there next time. But it has everything, dude. Obviously tacos and stuff, but you can get like a hot Cheeto carne asada burrito, like you know what I mean, like mixed
it's like
in, and they'll
weird
chop them
stuff?
up and stuff. Yeah, it's pretty cool. But Prospect saying In and Out. See, In and Out, man.
Dude, I like In-N-Out, but I've been eating In-N-Out since high school. Like, you guys didn't get In-N-Out yet, though, huh? It was all San Gabriel Valley for, like, a long time.
It took a while in Bakersfield, but it's been a good 15 years probably. When I was here, I feel like there was one.
No, I mean, as a child, because I
Oh
remember
yeah, Orange County, dude. Yeah,
when
they're
we were
right down
little
there in Santa
kids-
Ana and stuff.
when we were little kids, though, like, I remember seeing the first In-N-Out outside of Baldwin Park or West Covina or, like, the San Gabriel Valley, and it was in downtown L.A. And I was like, oh my gosh, they have an In-N-Out because everybody had Tommy's and Fatburger. And
Yeah,
San Gabriel
pretty good
Valley
joints,
had
too.
In-N-Out. So In-N-Out.
Yeah.
So it used to be if you lived in a certain area, you'd eat Tommy's. If you lived in another certain area, you'd eat Fatburger. So more downtown was Fatburger, and
Yep.
more you guys in East LA was Tommy's. And then
Yep.
what was it? Pico Rivera. They also they had Tommy's. But in the San Gabriel Valley, you had In-N-Out. So
Yeah.
and In-N-Out didn't like that was it for a long time. And then now it's all over California. But like I remember when they built, so I remember there used to be this weird In-N-Out in West Covina, like over by Irwindale, and then the one in La Puente across the street from the drive-through donut place. And so those were the two closest In-N-Outs. And the one in La Puente was in the hood, and the one in
Yeah.
West Covina was kind of a weird neighborhood. Then they put one in the South Hills of West Covina, which is the nicer area in West Covina. And I was like, I'm eating here every day. And I used to drive to the South Hills and eat every day I eat In-N-Out. Every Sunday, every day I could eat In-N-Out, I ate In-N-Out because it's cheap, you know?
Pretty cheap. And what was the biggest burger you got?
I'd get the double, and I never did like the California stuff that now everybody knows about, you know, the animal
Yeah.
style and all that stuff. I didn't, but back then you could have it cooked any way you wanted because there wasn't these laws that
Oh, it's got to be
BS
basically well
communism.
done now. Yeah. Yeah.
So I remember there was this big white dude. He was a football player. Because you know how In-N-Out always hires like the cool kids? You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
There's this big white dude. He was a football player. And he asked me how I wanted my burger cooked. And I said, well, you know, I have no idea. I said, I do like rare. And he goes, try it cold in the middle. And I said, is it good? He goes, it's amazing. And that's how I used to get my burgers at In-N-Out. You bite them, and it was just raw meat in the middle. It was so good, dude.
Well,
it
you're
was
the one that told me.
amazing.
Mike told me a long time ago. He was like, he'd always eat his meat well done. And then he's like, man, the first time I had a rare steak or medium rare, whatever, you're like, dude, it melted in my mouth and it was so good. And I was like, dude. And we went to Daisy Mays after that, I think. But yeah, a good steak. But I don't know, man. In-N-Out, I'd be happy for about a week.
Yeah, I agree.
But then I'd be like, okay, dude, I got to do something different, man. I'd have to go with the taco joint, dude. I think that's the Tucson kind of coming out of me, and just Bakersfield. You know what I mean? I could eat carne asada every day.
Dude. Like you get so fat from those Mexican places that are like greasy. You know what I mean? Like the dirty, the good ones, the ones that are dirty, the ones that you're like, I know I'm not supposed to be eating here. I don't know what this meat is. Like you get that weird hot sauce cup. You know what I'm talking about? The red salsa that's all slishy, and they don't give you enough of those either. I'm like, I want 19 of them. I don't know how they make that. How do they make that salsa? I feel like they just empty chili peppers, just the seeds, and then put some food coloring in water. Does it seem like it?
But you got to put it on, whatever it is, your burrito, your tacos, whatever. You have to have that extra salsa. You can't just
smother
eat
it, bro.
carne asada.
No, you give me 19 of them sons of guns, dude. That's why I used to like Huevo Canelo, because they had a salsa bar.
Yeah.
And that's also why I like Pollo Loco. So,
dude, they
got a
started
salsa
because of
bar.
COVID, man. They were shutting a lot of them down. So you had to say what they'd be like, red or green, and you're like, give me a couple of each, and you're like, Before you just be like, you'd get the little cup,
Oh, word,
you'd
dude.
scoop,
Cup.
You know what I'm saying?
Are you dumb? No,
You
I
get-
wouldn't. I'll put my plate there, son. I'll put my plate there and just be like, this chicken's going to be real marinated now.
Dude, and then you get
it's
the lemons,
phenomenal.
the squeezing lemons, and they had the 8 different kinds of salsa. You had
Yeah,
green,
dude.
you had this kind of yellowish,
Yeah, bro.
whatever color. Oh man,
And I'll
so
chomp
dope.
on one of them chilies too, bro. Them real fire chilies they got in that joint.
Oh
How
yeah,
about-
dude. Yeah, sketch
How
could.
about
I might
hot
could eat a
dog cards
hot.
after the concert ad late.
Dude, yes, the hot. You know the
Was
dudes.
it like Weddle style?
It was kind of, yeah, it was the snoring with the
Yeah.
bacon and everything, dude. Because our concert was last week, and we had
Yeah.
a couple thousand people in there, and dude, come on, 2,000 people drinking, and then you get out of there, you're like, what? They trick you, bro, because they put it right by the exit, like 5-10 carts, hot dogs cooking up. Dude, there's no way you can walk by them and not be hungry because you're like, oh, dude, give me a couple of those dogs, dude. It's genius. You know what I'm saying?
Mexican
it's got the good
hot
soft
dogs
bread.
are fire. If you
Yes.
have a good Mexican hot dog. Now I don't just want a bacon wrap hot dog. The way they used to do it at Weddle's. So tell me how they do it in bakes, but it would be the bacon wrap hot dog in a soft bun that was kind of sweet.
Yes,
Then
yep.
they'd put the mayonnaise, then they'd put the salsa, and then they'd put a chili on the side, in between the bun and the condiments.
Very similar, and then they'd have some extra toppings too, so you could get like a bean,
Oh,
like
word,
beans
yeah,
on it and
word,
stuff,
yeah,
or
yeah.
onions or whatever. Oh, dude, they're so good and stuff. Is
So
it
bad
legal?
for you.
I don't know. I don't know if it's legal or
Are
not.
you talking about the
Prospect.
street
yeah, dude, I think it's a cookie sheet with a propane tank under it, and they're just kind of cooking them right there.
Dude, me and
Borderline
Brandon-
illegal, I think. But
Me and Brandon
bomb.
were in Santa Monica, dude, and they had that and the corn, like
Oh, the
you know-
elote, boy. Woo! Oh my goodness, dude! Shout out to DJ Nocturnal. He's Mr. Elote. He's got a setup and everything. Dude, they take crushed Takis and then and rolling
Bro,
pin
you ain't
them
gotta
up.
tell me
and-
nothing about that Mexican corn, homeboy. I know what's up. That's 9,000
Dude.
calories. Here's the thing: that hood food you're talking about right now, that the people on the East Coast have never tasted, and like white people are wondering what you're talking about. It's so bad for you, though. Like, bro, you remember how fat I was in radio?
It was because of those tortillas and that grease and all that stuff, dude.
Dude, do you remember? Oh, god dang it, I can't remember the name of this place now. Maria's. I feel like it was called Maria's
Miniditos?
Tacos. No, Maria's Tacos. And they had the tres leches cake there, and they made their own tortillas, and they had this phenomenal salsa. Pac would take me and Malix there, and we would pound lunch, like just, big fat burritos. Then I'd take 4 tortillas to go with 4 capsules of the salsa.
Well,
And
you
then-
put them in your pocket, right? You like kind of
no, I
sneak
have
them
a
out,
bag.
right?
No, I have a
Oh,
bag.
you would? Okay,
You
okay.
order them because they were like $1.25 or something.
They're like
that,
fresh.
For 2 of them. Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah. Is
piping
that where the lady would make them when you
straight off
walked
the
in?
hand.
There's
Yeah,
a lady
straight
doing
off the
thing?
hand. Yep. Straight off the hand, bro. And then their salsa was like just, dude, out of this world. Like incredible, delicious salsa. And then
Yeah.
their tres leches, that's what they were known for. And not only was that what they were known for, that's what they were known for in Tucson. So, like, you got to figure how many good Mexican restaurants are there in Tucson. And that's the one that everyone knew. You went for the tres leches cake. That's the one.
Yeah.
Everybody knew it, dude. So how good was it? Well, I'll tell you how good it was. It was phenomenal. The only thing that would have made it more dope is if I would have had some half and half or some whole cream and poured it on the top and made a fourth leche. I learned that from the Impractical Jokers because Sal on Impractical Jokers, that's his favorite dessert. But anyways, neither here nor there. Yeah, so Pac used to take me there, bro. Dude, all the food in Tucson was delicious. Everything was delicious. Dude, even Whataburger was delicious.
Yeah.
Those
They
onion
put
rings?
mustard on them, though. They put mustard on the burgers. I always had to tell them hold the mustard.
I ain't about them burgers. I'm about them rings, bro.
The onion rings
Those
were
big,
bomb, too.
giant, phenomenal onion rings they used to have there. Everything was so delicious, and I was fat.
Yeah,
That's how
dude,
come
we-
if I'm.
we ate
you
well.
never got fat though.
I don't know why, because I ate a lot, dude. I just had a high metabolism back then, I think, dude. 'Cause
I don't think you ate as much as me.
You don't think so? I don't know. We'd wreck Golden Corral, bro.
I know, but I
Yeah,
remember.
right.
I remember one time you and me, and you weren't in it. It was me and 2 listeners. We had a burrito eating contest. We were at the mall, and it was like a 5-pound, 6-pound burrito. I don't know if it's that big. It was giant. It was like a Chipotle burrito and a half, maybe 2 Chipotle burritos. Yeah, it was big, dude. And I was sitting there, and it was Pac, and he had this Marine homeboy with him, and then it was that guy that ended up being our intern. I don't know if you remember that guy. He only lasted for a couple seconds. He was a black dude. And then this Mexican kid. Yeah, this Mexican kid. And so this Marine cat that was Pac's homeboy. Dude, you got to remember this Marine guy. Don't you remember?
I
He
feel
wanted
like
me
I
to get him free
do.
roses for his girlfriend. And he'd insulted his girlfriend so horribly. And he had a really good-looking girlfriend. Like, she looked like a model.
Dang.
can't remember this
I
dude's
can't
name.
remember.
I
I
wish I
can't
remember his
remember.
name.
I feel like
But
I
anyways-
remember that scene, but I can't remember.
Anyways, this dude's like clowning because he was Mexican. He's telling Pac, he's like, yeah, you know the Mexican's going to win this one. Sketch ain't got nothing on it. I'm like, bro. I eat. That's what I do. And dude, he just kept sending his Asian hate towards me, bro. And I was like, man, you're gonna look dumb at the end of this one, friend. Yeah, dude, I pounded that burrito. I knocked that burrito out like it was a Twinkie, dude. I was like, I look like a dude. That's how I got
Like a
so
squirrel?
fat.
Just rubbing that thing, dude. Oh my gosh, dude.
I
Dude,
can't
Mike
believe you
would,
haven't had as much free food as I have. That's the thing.
dude, but we'd be at the Mexican restaurant too, and I'd eat everything on my plate. You know what I mean? And then Mike would take the plate and slurp down the salsa juice, which would be like. I'm like, oh my gosh, dude, that is
Remember, I'd eat the
dedication.
inside of the chicken bone.
Oh
I'd eat
yeah,
the
he'd
marrow
break it.
inside
Yeah, he'd suck the
chicken bone.
marrow out, and I was like, "That's hood, dude." Oh my gosh, yeah, I remember seeing that. I was like, "Do
That's
you,
how-
man?" But does it taste good? The marrow?
It does. It does, but at the same time, if you're hungry, when you're little and you don't have enough food, if you're hungry, it's
You
something
suck
extra.
the marrow out?
It's
Yeah,
something
okay.
extra. You know what I mean? You bite it, it comes in your mouth. Yeah.
Wow.
So
Yeah, I can. Yeah, that's
it's
what I
extra
remember seeing Mike do
food.
that.
I know it's
Dude,
extra food though.
Mike ate liver and gizzards, and
Yeah, but the
enjoy.
first
Did
time
you
I had,
enjoy them?
yeah, first time I had
Yeah.
gizzards, I think I told the story already. Yeah, it was at Pioneer
Probably.
Chicken.
Oh
I
yeah.
was at my homeboy Robbie's house, and his mom and dad had Pioneer Chicken. I was like, "Can I try that?" And they're like, "All right." I was like, "It's phenomenal." Pioneer Chicken was also a hood thing too. But here's
Yeah.
my point: all those hood Mexican foods, they make you so fat, dude. All the
Yeah.
good ones, and then you go up to the college ones, because the hood ones, you got to have an acquired taste for the hood ones. But the hood ones are delicious. You know what I mean? But you got to have an acquired taste. Then you go to the college ones like Los Betos, Filibertos, like that type of stuff.
Yeah.
And you can pound that too. Dude, you ever notice those places always smell like Pine Sol?
Like they just cleaned the place. Like they just cleaned it. Yeah. We had,
With
when I
too
lived in
much
the
Pine Sol?
yeah, I lived in that apartment across from Clear Channel. We had Nico's, and that was the one. It was open. I think it was open 24 hours. And that was another cool thing about Tucson. It wasn't just Jack in the Box. At 3 a.m. There was Los Betos, all those places, Nico's, all that place, and you could go in and chill and eat and try your last chance at trying to pick up chicks, dude, at 3 a.m. Which is
Those places were sketchy though.
the talents of
like,
chicks.
After 10. After
Yeah.
10, I bet you there were some cartel members talking about their super meth labs. Like,
There was probably some of them had one in the back. That's probably why it smelled like Pine Sol. When you think about it,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, oh, I'll have a
we were
burrito
too
and a couple
close to the
rocks.
border, bro. Like, it was just like, dang, man.
Yeah.
Some
Oh yeah.
gangsters.
Dude.
After 10, those places got sketchy. I was like, nah, I'm good, bro. I'll just go over to Los Betos. But you had to sit outside at Los Betos. Remember that?
Yeah, dude. They had the seats outside and everything, and you're like, okay, but at least you could chill. And dude, did everybody have the same Los Betos? I mean, the same owners, or was it kind of like you could franchise them out?
I have no clue, man.
I wondered about that too, because I felt like the menus would be different sometimes.
Yeah,
too.
they were different. And the burritos were different sometimes. Like, sometimes you get a banging breakfast burrito from Los Betos, and then sometimes you get one with French fries in it. You're like, what kind of
Yeah.
stuff is this, man? Make some potatoes, you lazy.
Dude, and I remember too, some places they'd put the beans and rice in the burrito, and I don't know, I felt like Los Betos was like a carne asada meant tortilla
Meat.
and
That's
carne
it.
asada,
Yeah,
that's it.
Meat.
You didn't ask what kind of meat. You knew it was carne asada of some kind, but you grubbed it, bro. It was just so good. Oh my
That was
gosh,
that
dude.
baller Los Betos meal, bro. I always got the 5-rolled. The 5-rolled was $2.
Seriously?
Yeah, 5-rolled was $2, and you still got a fat scoop of wok. And then I would just get
Yeah.
as many cups of those little red ones as I could get, and I'll pour them down each one of the 5-rolled.
I just grub those things, dude.
Oh yeah,
That's
bro.
so funny.
They probably got them at Costco and just threw them in the fryer. That's why they were 2 for 5 or 5 for 2.
Probably, yeah, because you go to Sam's Club, they got the freezer
Yeah.
section, just a bag of 100 for like $20.
Yeah, I don't think they hand rolled those in the morning. Like, well, Mike's
Nah.
coming tonight. We better hand roll these and freeze them for him because they're gonna be delicious.
They'll totally complain if we don't hand roll them. Nah, we wouldn't care. I wouldn't care.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. So
And the sodas
dang.
always tasted weird at those places, didn't they?
like Pine Sol,
Kind of like food. like the cup tasted like food. You
like
know
it
what I mean?
hadn't been cleaned in a while or something. Maybe
Well, it was always a styrofoam cup, but it tasted like food. Like it tasted like the smell of a taco restaurant. That's
Okay,
what your
like a
soda
little
was like.
carne
had,
asada
like-
fumes came up in the tubes and stuff. Ooh.
Like it kind of tasted like, you know how there's vanilla Coke, but it doesn't really taste like vanilla. It just tastes like Coke, and there's a little hint of vanilla.
Yeah.
Replace that with carne asada. That's what the sodas always tasted like to me.
It's like
at
just
Los
a couple
Betos.
extra drops of some carnitas juice or something.
Yeah,
just
well-
kind of mixing like,
But I never
Interesting.
craved Los Betos. Did you?
yeah,
Did you
definitely,
crave
dude. When I did overnights and got off at 5:30 or whatever, I'd be like starving and just like, I'm going to Los Betos, getting my burrito. Because dude, we had fast food and stuff. We had Carl's Jr. and all that stuff.
Yeah,
And
none of
like,
that bothers me. Yeah,
I
that's
need
not for
I
me.
need my breakfast burrito with the chorizo or the straight carne asada, dude.
I know, but you could have gone to like Huevo Canelo for that. You could have gone to BK.
Yeah.
You could have gone. There's a lot of good places in Southside you could have gone.
Well,
so like,
From the station though to the apartment on
No,
on,
you
on
had to go
Congress,
the opposite direction. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe with me, I was just like, dude, I'm tired and I'm hungry and the closest
Tired,
place
lazy, and I'm
lazy.
this
And I'm
far.
like, dude, I'm gonna go home and watch some morning cartoons while I eat my burrito before I crash out, dude. We didn't have cable
And
either.
you still didn't get fat. You ate a disgusting breakfast burrito.
Bad, dude. I ate really unhealthy, didn't I?
Those breakfast
Yeah.
burritos weren't that good. The Huevo Canelo ones were delicious.
Well,
Those ones were
Weddle
like,
Canelo.
eh.
Dude, I don't know what it was because everything was made fresh. The
Yeah,
tortillas were
Hueto's,
this
everything
big.
was fresh.
Dude, it was
Dude,
big as
you
a
could buy a
pizza.
steak at Huevo Canelo, and sometimes I would.
Yeah, with the
you-
onions, with the grilled onions on
Yep,
the side
yep,
and stuff.
that's right,
Oh,
yeah.
so dope, dude.
But I still didn't even crave Huetos. Like, and I liked everything they served, but I didn't crave it. Dude, there's only one thing I ever craved when we lived in Tucson. Do you know what it was?
Pat's chili dogs.
No. Come
No?
on.
Not
Pat's is
Pat's,
pretty
is it?
decent, though. I'm not mad at
Yeah.
Pat's. The problem with Pat's is the chili dogs are too expensive, and
Mm.
like they don't fill you up. I remember you used to go to Pat's and you'd get the special, so you get the fries, and you'd be just pounding these fries, and you're like, I'm trying to fill up right now, so that way when I eat my chili dog, it'll be delicious and the last thing I eat. And I was like, that is sound logic. I'm putting extra ketchup on my fries. That's more calories.
You gotta fill up on fries first.
Yeah, Pat's was too expensive. You know what I
But
mean?
it would get pricey. It would get pricey. Oh yeah.
For a chili dog. As an adult, I'm like, why did you pay like $9 in 1998 for chili dogs, a large fries, and a big soda?
Yeah, dude. I think I know what your go-to spot is. Is it?
It's not a go-to. It's what I craved. It's the
What
only
you
thing I
crave?
craved. Yeah.
Was it Luke's Italian beef? Remember that spot we would go with Pete and Ryan all the time? And you'd get the paper bag and it'd be all greasy
Oh,
and
yeah.
stuff. Luke's
Oh
Italian
yeah, I
beef
forgot
was
about Luke's
bomb.
Italian beef. Dude, we got some good steak hoagies in this side of the world, though. That's the
Dude,
problem. We gotta
you guys got
remember
some
all that
bomb-ass
stuff. Yeah.
sandwiches, huh?
Yeah, but Luke's Italian beef was Chicago style. That's why it was good. I forgot about that place. That
yeah, I
place
just
was
thought
a
of it.
hole in the wall.
Totally. I think there was a couple of them kind of on each side of town.
I don't
but
remember there
dude,
being another one. Like it looked like the 70s. It looked like you were doing a drug deal in the 70s when you went to that place.
Yeah.
Wood paneling.
Gotta say what's up to DJ Doc
Yeah,
real quick.
DJ
What
Doc.
up,
we're
fellas?
we're talking about Tucson eateries. So if that's
Yeah.
boring, we apologize. But I feel like we need to talk about our youth. At least one story every Chino Brothers. So
Yeah.
but that still isn't it, dude. It was the turkey and cheese on croissant at 7-Eleven over by your house.
Right up a speedway and
Oh, dude.
was that
Something
Campbell?
about it, bro. You know what it was? It was we were so poor, and that was the one luxury I had in life. Because by the time I was eating these other things, I had a little money in my pocket. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But at
yeah.
that point, we were so poor, and the one luxury I would get was that turkey and cheese on croissant sandwich from 7-Eleven. And I remember we'd go, and I'd be like, "Bro, you want to go to 7?" You'd go, "Turkey and cheese, if you please." And I was like, "Yes!" And we knew the guys' names that worked there. Remember, we'd go in, and we'd
I
be
just
like,
remember Bill.
"Hey."
Bill. Yeah, I
Did
remember
Bill work there?
Yeah, there's a guy named Bill that worked there with glasses.
Oh yeah, that's right. And he had like stringy blonde hair. Was that?
No, he was kind of clean cut with little goatee and stuff. There was that was the one I remember, but there's a bunch of them. But dude, the turkey and cheese, throw a little mayo on it, and I'd have nuke it for like 30
Oh,
seconds
yeah.
too, so
Oh,
it'd be
yeah.
nice and
Dude,
warm.
we did it the same. We did it the same. I must have
so
learned
good.
from you. Those
Turkey cheese croissants.
I know, bro. See how you were craving that? Like I didn't crave anything. I liked it. I liked all the food that we've eaten, that you've spoken of. I liked all of it. It was all delicious. It was all good. But the one thing I craved was the turkey and cheese at that 7-Eleven. I have no idea what they did with that. But was it, dude? It was so delicious, wasn't it?
So good. I can taste it now. Like, for
I know, me
real.
too.
I can taste it right now. Like the croissant. Once you nuke it for a little bit, 30 seconds, it's all warm and flaky,
Little
little steam
flaky,
coming off
yeah.
of it. It's almost buttery. And yeah, dude. Oh
Dude,
my.
sometimes
the
I'd
cheese
sit on
little
that wall
melted.
right there and I'd eat
yeah.
on I'd eat on it, dude, and just chill out and drink my big giant soda. Look at your guys' house. We'd just be
Oh,
talking, smoking cigarettes. All right, you ready to go home? Sure. How far did you live from that Seb? I can't remember anymore.
You could walk there. It was the backside of the university. I know it was the business side, whatever that was, and then it started with houses. So it was we were probably 2 blocks up.
Yeah, it was
wasn't that far.
walkable, but it was walkable for the turkey and cheese. It wouldn't have been
Yes.
walkable for just a soda. Be like, bro, I got some
Yeah,
ice and water
yeah.
in the fridge. Leave it alone. I ain't going. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Once you busted it out, man. Once it was like, hey man, anybody want to go to Sev?
Dude, we'd borrow bikes sometimes. If someone left one unlocked, you're thinking like, oh sweet, they're gonna let us borrow this. So we'd hop on a bike, cruise up there and stuff, and leave it wherever or paint it or sell. I don't know. So
this is
but
before
never
we
did
were
that.
the Chino Brothers and on radio. This is when we were in Too Strong Entertainment.
Yeah.
Two young, aspiring DJs working so hard, trying their damnedest to make a nickel. But most of the time it was free beer and hopefully you'll meet a girl.
Yeah, hopefully find a little party, get into some trouble, do some that. Dude, it was fun though. I mean, but yeah, it was because we were close to campus. Were you weren't that close to campus, right? Were you kind of close?
No, I was, dude, I was way out there. I can't even remember what streets I lived
Were you
on.
way out east side, like off Speedway
Yeah,
and
it
stuff?
was kind of, well, so initially I wasn't. Initially I was off Speedway, but I was like bike rideable to U of A. It wasn't that far from U of A.
Okay.
But then when me and Adrian moved, and dude, it was far east side, and like there were sketchy dogs and stuff. And sometimes I'd take the bus and I'd have to walk home the extra block. And I'd be like, dude, I think these dogs are gonna bite me. I think people sold like meth, but there was just like an apartment complex that was really nice in this like sketch weird neighborhood.
Yeah. Okay. That sounds like Tucson.
Yeah, I know.
They'll build these like 3 or 4 level like apartment buildings, and they're huge, 2,000 apartments, and then just down the street, yeah, those wild dogs kind of cruising around, kind of like someone's backyard has the chain link fence, and you got like they got a farm, like a garden back there and everything, dude, and yeah, and the elote guy cruising around with the horn, cruising around, dude. And you're like,
dude, you never came. He never came to that spot when I lived with Adrian until I moved out. Do you remember?
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. I was like hitched to just local. You know what I mean? I mean, I had the mob by then. Wasn't I driving the 65? Wasn't I rolling in the Pontiac by then?
Truck by then.
So even
I feel like you
I
had
had
the
the truck.
Yeah, because you helped me move out. We moved into your house. That's when I moved into your house. Remember?
Oh, in the truck? Okay,
yeah,
it was in the truck.
I'm pretty sure. And I was like, "Come on, bro," and you're like, "I hate moving." I was like, "You hate moving?" You're like, "I suck at this." It was me, you, and Thomas. We were moving me out, and then I moved into Studio 230 with you, and I was just like, "Dude, thank you so much." I was like, because remember, it was so. Here's what happened. I was living with Adrian, and she was like, "When we graduate from U of A together, then we'll move away from each other." I'm like, "All right, cool." But dude, I was never gonna graduate from that college. Probably, you know what I mean? Like she went to school. Like
she actually paid attention to classes. Yeah,
I was taking like 6 credits a semester, maybe. You know what I mean? Like screwing off. But I didn't have any money either. So, but I was trying to be a DJ, so it was like, all that stuff. But anyways, yeah. So then she's like, "Oh, I'm getting married to Jason, and so we're gonna."
I remember that guy. Didn't like a telephone pole fell on him or something?
Yeah.
Like not to be mean. I'm not trying to be mean, but he got like a big settlement or something, right?
Yeah. She was like, "He's gonna get 6 figures, and that doesn't include pennies." And I was like, "Okay."
6 figures?
I think it was. I'm pretty sure it was
like 100 grand.
I guess
for a telephone pole falling on you.
I mean, but in 1998, you probably thought that was a lot of money at 24 or whatever it was.
Yeah,
it's like I can live on this forever. And it's like you can't.
Yeah, that's not a lot. Okay. I thought it was like $1 million or $2 million or something. Okay, it was.
No, it wasn't that big,
dude. Oh, let's go back to you moving real quick.
Yeah.
Did we do it in one trip?
Yeah.
Was it like a couple trash bags?
Probably
of your
just
stuff.
my clothes. Probably just like piled my clothes because I didn't even have a dresser or nothing. I had like a futon mattress. I'm like, I don't need that anymore.
We didn't take that, huh?
No, I slept on the couch. I slept on the couch.
And
we did take that futon because Baby Dickie slept on it for a little while.
Okay,
yeah, but I slept on the couch.
I love Thomas, but I don't know if I'd sleep on it after that. That's kind of why I built my bed so high. Ain't nobody climbing up there to get in that bed. Unless it's a chick that's desperate.
Oh, you guys, when we were in college, Adlai built his own loft. We weren't even, we talk about like when we were in college, and that makes it sound like we were 18 or 19. When he and I say when we were in college, I was 23 and he's older than me. No, I remember you graduated at 24. And I was 22 at the time, and everybody was like, "Oh, Adlai, you graduated. It took you till you're 24. Ah, you old man." And I was like, "As long as this guy stays 2 years older than me, I'll never be the old man. Thank God." Yeah.
But the
But anyway.
loft, man, the loft was legit. It was crooked.
Yeah, dude, Adlai builds this loft. I forgot that he brought me back to it to make fun of it. He built this loft. I wish you guys could see this thing. It was so sketchy. It was the sketchiest thing you've ever seen in your life. And our TV was underneath there. And like I would go underneath there sometimes. And like
For safety in an earthquake.
no, like if I had guests over sometimes I'd go underneath there and like hang out with them and stuff. And like now I'm looking back, I'm like, like, because where was I going to go? I couldn't take it to my room. Like, hey, you want to go in the studio? Records everywhere. Oh, don't mind my clothes all over the floor.
Wait. You brought chicks back to the apartment?
Never. I said
I'm just
yes,
kidding.
Dude.
I'm just
talking
kidding.
about Big O. When Big O just came back.
Big O, Cassie O.
Exactly.
Dude, but that loft bed was man, it was a trip to Home Depot,
Holy
bunch of wood,
God.
and just dangerous.
I'm just gonna make it like it looked like something. It looked like the Step Brothers. If you guys see the movie Step Brothers, it looked like their bunk beds. That's what Adlai's loft looked like.
Oh, dude, that's so true. Oh my
That
gosh,
absolutely could have happened to us, dude. That would have been
Dude, we could have
horrible.
died.
That would've been well, it wasn't our bunk bed. We didn't sleep in the same room. We had our own rooms.
Could have broke the TV if
Oh,
that thing fell over.
Gosh,
That thing was scary. Now that I
insane.
think about it,
So
that's
scary. All right.
I probably just
Anyways.
left it there. Huh?
Now let's back to memory lane. Let's get to some love advice. We missed this one last time. Adlai, do you have that or no? If you don't,
I got it. Let me see.
We can
Let me
go
make
right to the
sure
beef.
because I do have to share it on the screen here, guys. So give me 2 seconds to. Oh, is it not going to give us the audio? Oh, that's right. Hold on.
dude, don't worry. Because
I got it.
Okay.
Wait, I got it ready. Right. Hold on here. I'm so organized in my files, dude. I go right to it.
Good for
It's
you.
just as we
I
get
can't
more
wait to get to
stuff,
this
though.
beef. I'm not gonna lie.
I do want to hear that
Oh,
too.
it's
I need
so
love
sad,
advice. My girlfriend.
Oh, I
has a
hate when it
brother who is
starts
racist,
without me wanting to
and
start.
this man called me a dirty peanut.
I'll rewind it,
He
guys.
hates me
Hold on.
because I came from the slum.
I hate when it does that, but it does
know.
that for real, and it's
and
gonna do it
now have
again.
a thriving business, and he
Mike's
is
like, dude, seriously, bro. Okay, here we go, guys. Ready?
It's
3,
giving me
2.
time to log into my tablet for this.
I'll count slow. 3, 2, 1.
They're Chino brothers. I need love advice. My girlfriend has a brother who is racist, and this man called me a dirty beaner. He hates me because I came from the slums and now have a thriving business, and he is a loser. Please help about it.
It's a loser.
Please help about it. Please help about it. Bout it.
About it, and
About
rowdy, rowdy.
Ratty.
Thank you, Raul. Thank
So
you,
the guy-
Raul, for submitting that.
Yeah, so wait. So his girlfriend's brother, just to recap real quick, said he's dirty and a
He's a
beaner,
racist.
to quote, I'm quoting him, please.
Yeah.
Said that to him, even though he's a loser, and now this young man Raul has a thriving business.
Well, he doesn't like him because he's from the slums.
And he's from the slums, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he called him a dirty beaner. That's not very nice at all to call.
Yeah,
anyone.
we're quoting, guys.
You're never
Yes.
supposed to call somebody that.
Any
Adlai and
slang.
I have never used those terms, to my knowledge, ever. I personally know I haven't, and I've never heard Adlai use that.
Only
that
when
type
we're
of
singing the Cheech and Chong song. Blank like to eat beans. Blank like to go to night school and get a B.
Did I tell you about the time me and Ryan met Cheech? Did you ever hear that story?
What?
Yeah, dude. Or not Cheech, Tommy Chong. We met Tommy Chong.
Where was this at?
He was at some sort of comedy thing, and I don't know who told me, but somebody told. Maybe Ryan told me. So he was at some comedy thing. Ryan tells me about it. We show up, and I was like, "Hey, I'm with Camp Radio. We just wanted to come interview Tommy Chong." I was just bluffing, dude. And the guy was like, "All right," got us in the show. Me and Ryan. Ryan brought a J with him. We go. Yeah, I'm serious. We go in the back. I got a drop from Tommy Chong. This is when I was. This is when I was trying to get on the point. I got drops for Kathy Rivers. I got drops for everybody at the point. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Dude,
and
that's awesome. Did you guys smoke the joint with them?
no, he didn't. So Ryan, after we talked, like, dude, he was really cool too. Like, we talked for like 20 minutes. I interviewed him with the mic, like a recorder.
Okay.
And after 20 minutes of interviewing him, really, really gracious with his time, Ryan was like, "Hey," and he pulled out his hand and he pulled his hand out and the joint in it, and Tommy pushed his hand back like this, and he goes, "You two enjoy that for me, but just enjoy it. Enjoy it for me, though."
Interesting.
I know, but think about it. He could have mescaline in it or something
That's
crazy.
true,
You know what I mean?
too.
Like,
Yeah. He's I'm not falling for this again. Wake up with your pants down in the chicken coop. Come on, man. Dude, that's really cool.
he was a really cool guy, dude.
Dude.
One
And
of the
radio
nicest
had
people.
pool. Camp radio had pool.
Camp radio. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, and they hear radio, they think, okay, I guess it's legit. Was
Well,
it
it was
crowded?
a college town, totally
Yeah.
crowded, and and he sang that song, and he's like, "Hey, how come the white people aren't singing it?" And he's hilarious, man. He's so funny. His
That's
stand-up was
awesome.
hilarious. Yeah, he did a really good job.
That's
But
all.
anyways,
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Let's
man.
get back
So,
to Raul, dude.
back
This
to
poor
love
kid.
advice.
Yeah, come on, man. So this dude, his brother-in-law called him a racial slur, and he's mad at
Yeah.
him because he's from the slums. And realistically, he's probably jealous because Raul owns a business and he doesn't.
a thriving business. I mean, dude, here's what you got. Here's the one thing I kind of wonder about. I'm thinking like, all right, the brother of the girl I'm dating thinks this way. Does the girl that I'm dating think this way? Because he got it from somewhere. And you know, Mike, we're Asians, and there's dudes that'll kind of throw some Asian derogatory slurs around me.
I don't get that. If I were around when those guys were doing that and they thought they were going to do that in front of me, I'd be like, that's the last time you're going to say that to my friend. I
Yeah.
promise you. I promise you that's the last time. And I don't care if I'm wearing the same apron he is, because I'll get a 137th job. I think
Yeah, 'cause-
people kind of know I'm not the one. You know what I mean? They're
Yeah,
like,
but people
"Eh."
think it's funny until you tell them. You're like, "Hey, bro. Granted, this was the '90s. So
No
things
one
have
ever
changed,
thought it was
I
funny
hope-
to me.
I hope.
No one
And
ever thought it
yeah.
was funny in front of me, bro.
Wow, dude. Yeah, because that's the thing. They're like, "Oh, dude." I'd have to tell them like, "Okay, dude, that's not funny." Because, dude, you know me enough to be like, I'm not gonna. If you're whatever race you are, I'm not gonna pull that slur card against you thinking I'm funny back. I just won't do it. You know what I'm saying? I'll just be like, "All right, dude, that's funny. Stop." You know what I mean? That's funny. Stop. And then at some point, I take the more kind of chill approach. I'm all like, I'll just kind of like not be your friend anymore. You're probably the more vocal, like, you need to stop. You know what I'm saying?
It depends. Like, so for me, it depends. If it's a black guy and he's making Asian jokes at me, and I'm making black jokes at him, then yeah. I mean, who cares? We're friends. We're
Right,
just teasing. Mexican guy making. Pac does it with me all the time. Paco, like every time I talk to Paco, we'll go back and forth making like jokes at each other about Asian people or Mexican people, and like. It's not like I don't not love Paco. I love Paco. Like,
Yeah.
But it's almost a sign that he's my friend. But like this idea of some like fraternity guy behaving in that manner, it's like, bro, I don't know you. I
Yeah,
don't
that's
like you.
where it is. If I don't know you, dude, I even feel like Paco even doesn't like that was back in the '90s again too. I don't think we do it now. Don't you think? I don't think so. I don't think so.
I did it with him when he was on the show a couple weeks
Oh,
ago.
really?
Yeah, like because it's
Couple jabs, but nothing serious.
No, but he did it to us. Like,
Yeah.
but it's not that I don't love you, because I do love you. But dude, me and Rascal did it a couple weeks
Yeah.
ago. Like, me and Rascal were talking, and it was right before he's coming on the show, and I was like, "Hey, man, we got to get together." And he's like, "Yeah, let's spick and knees. We got to stick together." And then I wrote back and I said, "That's Japsican, thank you very much." And then and then he wrote back LOL, and I almost wrote back one more. I almost went one more round and went, "Oh, and by the way, Adley is now identifying as Chinegro, so you're gonna have to call him that." So like I almost went, but like that's your friend. You know what I mean? Like my friend, I'm making a joke with, and I don't have a problem with it, and I'm not offended, and he's not offended, because we're friends. We love each other. We're playing. We're pretending. Me and Danny the coconut, like all that stuff. Just we're friends. We love each other. Okay. I don't know you like that. You're gonna have to brakes their friend. You're gonna have to hit the brakes.
Yeah. Oh, that's the same thing too with like your family too. It's kind of like I can discipline my kid, but you can't discipline my kid. Don't you know what I mean? You'll protect your kids. You know what I'm saying? It's similar in that sense. Not exact, but similar.
It's this. If I'm talking with Josh, who's Jewish, and he sells me e-juice, and he goes, "Yeah, you Asians, you're always tight with your money." I'm like, "Almost as tight as you Jews." I don't feel bad. That's not a bad. That's not
Okay.
bad to me. Got it?
Okay. Okay.
But if there's some cat and he's like, "Hey, cha-cha-tong tong, hey, ya chink," then at that point it's like, "Oh, I'm not playing that. Like,
Yeah,
that's not
yeah,
me.
I'm not putting up with
You don't
that.
call me a gook. You don't call me a chink. You don't call me a jap. Like those words, they don't come out of your mouth. And if you've decided that for whatever reason they have to come out of your mouth, we're now gonna escalate.
Yeah.
So there's a difference there. You see the difference between like you and your friends busting balls and somebody actually being racist?
Yeah. You get 5 a-hole dollars. You get 1 racist dollar.
I don't
Or not
think
even
you
that.
get that.
Not even that.
You
not
should
even
just
that.
know. You should
You
know.
get 0 racist dollars. Yeah.
You should know
yeah.
from me. Like I'm not the one.
Yeah.
Well, and you know what? I almost kind of think Frederico used to say this, that all half breeds are bitter. Frederico said that, and I think he probably met a lot of them in Hawaii. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
Yeah, and so I almost wanted to get a baseball cap that said bitter half breed on it. Because I think that for me, it makes me more boisterous or feeling the pain of being a minority. Because you just see your dad being treated incorrectly, and being like, that's not going to happen to me. You're not going to do that to me, and so maybe I'm just more, I have more energy that people can see like, oh yeah, that's not the one. That's not the dude. That dude will take offense. You know what I mean? Maybe they're like, oh no, he's one of the good ones. I can't even tell, Adley. You seem normal to me. It's
Interesting. I blended in better.
Yeah, I think you're less
Maybe,
hood than I am.
Yeah,
so
and it's kind of like, and it wasn't, nobody really made fun of the Asian thing probably until college. I'm thinking maybe it wasn't even until then. In grade school, high school, not really. Yeah,
dude, we went to a
really
pretty
deal.
racist college too, man.
Really? Yeah.
University,
Yeah,
dude. You know how many fraternities were at that? Dude, you don't think those fraternity guys are racist?
It wasn't very diverse. I'll say that. I definitely will say that because we DJ'd a few fraternity parties, and you're just kind of like, whoa, you know what I mean? It wasn't very diverse. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's. I never thought about it like that, but interesting.
You didn't?
Yeah. Nah.
Why do you think I didn't like any of them?
Dude, I didn't. I just kind of. I saw it through my. I don't know. Like I said, blended in. Maybe kind of didn't. I don't know. That's interesting. We'll have to go into that deeper sometime because thinking about that, it's like I never viewed it as racist, but there were things that you saw that were racist.
Yeah,
you saw
so
it more
for
than I
me-
did.
For me, when cats try to step over the line, I think I take that as you calling me an Uncle Tom, and that's not what I am. So don't ever mistake how polite I am and how nice I am and how cool I am for being an Uncle Tom. That ain't me, son. And I think that's why it triggers me so hard. It's like, nah, bro.
Yeah.
I ain't your coolie. Like, go find a different coolie, because that wasn't who I was ever. How come Uncle Tom didn't bother you, but Coolie bothers you?
Both those are pretty bad.
Yeah, they
Right?
are bad. Yeah. But I'm neither. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not your coolie. So you might as well just hold on to that one. And I don't mean coolo. I mean coolie. Like, you can hold on to that one.
Fundio?
No, not fundio.
No, fundio.
You never heard the term? Have you never heard the term curly, or are you joking?
No, I've heard that. But
Okay,
I've definitely heard the Uncle Tom.
Yeah,
but
so
Cooley's
it's the
one
same
is not
thing.
quite
But
as-
coolie's for Asians. So, and it's like, that's not.
Oh,
me.
I haven't heard it used that way.
Yeah, because
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, because it was the name of a character on a cowboy show. They had a Chinese cook, and it was like, "Ugh." So yeah, that's the beginning. And the end of it is, I don't think it's racist to bust balls with your friends. I think it's racist if you don't like people and think you're better than them because you're a different nationality than they are.
Yeah.
You see where I'm going? And there's a difference. And we should be able to have that where we tease each other. You know what I mean? Like, it's silly that we're so sensitive now that we're looking for something. It's like, oh yeah, I'm wearing brown shoes. You don't like brown people because you won't wear your brown shoes. It's like,
Start
come on now.
reaching and stuff too.
Yeah.
So hey, we got to say shout out to the old Home Depot crew here in Bakersfield. Grant, we worked together over at Home Depot on Rosedale.
Yeah.
What's up, man? Thanks for
Right
tuning in, man. We
From
appreciate
the
it.
depot to the DJ show.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope. That's pretty dope.
Yeah, that is cool. I like it.
But yeah, But anyway, so let's wrap this up with this kid because I want to get to this beef pretty bad.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. That guy's jealous, man. And it hurts. You know, you grinded it. You finally had that shine. You finally you did your thing, young man. And I'm proud of you and I respect you. But dude, it hurts. I've kind of learned, coming from a similar situation, it's better to just hope that there can be some sort of love between you and this fella, and that he can understand that, like, look, bro, you're never going to understand the grind. And if you had to grind 100th as hard as I did, you wouldn't have done it. But I did. And you can't be mad at me for that. And I think that's a lot of people, Adlai. Like, when you become successful, people get mad at you. They want to complain and they want to be jealous because the grind is so hard. You know, it's like, dude, I'm giving up. Oh, are you into this? No, I'm not into that. What are you into? I'm into work. You know what I mean?
Yes. Like, yeah. I'm into working, grinding, making money. And he's got to ask the girl, like, hey, look, if you love me, please understand, I'm going to let your brother know this is how I feel about those comments. And he's going to stop making those comments. If you have a problem with that, tell me now because we can part ways.
Yeah.
Or you got to support me in this.
And that's the thing is she needs to support him. If he has that woman's support, and it's gonna get grimy, but like you just got to say it and just be like, look, bro, I'm not the one. You know, grow like it's hard to grow a backbone because you feel like you're the bad person for telling people that. I've learned in my older age, you're not the bad person. You're just telling the truth.
Yeah,
and people kind of need to hear it sometimes, you know? So
that's really good. They got serious. That's more serious than the guy who gets aroused when he watches people eat.
Dude, was awesome. Too bad he sucked. But I said his thing sucked. We're getting worse and worse ones every week.
You guys can always DM us a video if you have a love advice question as well. All right, just shoot the DM.
You can make one up for all I care.
Yeah, no, I mean, they've all been real as far as we know. But moving on, let's see.
And you don't have to wear a karate suit either. That was a little racist. But that dude said he loved Chinese women. I don't know what to do for him.
And dude, and speaking of, like, you talk about the grind and everything too. I know. Can I tease the beef real quick?
Yeah.
I was gonna say the Fugees, the beef we're about to get into. Did you know their first album, Blunted on Reality, sold 12 units in its first week?
12 records. I was about to put that.
We're going to talk about that too. Sorry, but just thinking about the grind. Because a lot of people, man, you sell 12 units in your first week, you're getting dropped from your label. You're probably mad at each other, or you're just like, man, mom was right. I should have got a day job. So I guess I'm going to have to. So that's the whole thing.
You know how they got the shot
grind.
at the second album?
Oh, no, I don't.
Well, I'll tell you in the beef. Here we go.
Let's get it.
Beef. Season 2. Hold on, let me get a drink of water real quick, cause
yeah, do it.
This is gonna get legit, and I'm gonna need to drink water.
Dude, and this is a really, oh man,
it's kind of a sad beef,
but it is sad. It is sad, but dude, it's life. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, it's definitely life. Well, I think it's a cautionary tale, is what it is. I think a lot of hip hop, as I'm looking at it now, is a cautionary tale. You can.
Oh yeah.
I'm filling up
I'll do a couple shout outs here too. Grant, got to bring you guys to Miami. What? You're in Miami now to do a live show here on a boat. Dude, I'm down for Miami. Definitely.
We're down to do the live show on the boat.
Heck yeah. Look at this, Brandon. Grind until your haters ask if you're hiring. That's good. I like that.
It's true. That's why he says that.
Yeah. People start hitting up. Hey, you hiring, by the way? Oh,
dude, people hit us up all the time to hire, and Brandon's the manager. So poor Brando and Leo, man. I was in a bad mood tonight when I went to their shop, and the two of them are like, "Let's just go in the other room," because Dad is not happy right now.
Let them deal with that, dude.
They did a really good job of picking up my spirits, though. I'm not gonna lie to you; those
That's
boys
good.
are really good at it.
Having a good crew makes a difference. Okay.
Here we go. Season 2. Beef. And tonight, Adlai, we're going to talk about the Fugees. The Fugees against who? The Fugees against themselves, bro. Why did the Fugees break up? So let's just talk about
such a good hip hop group too.
I mean, some would say the quintessential hip hop group. Some would say the audio sound of hip hop. Does that make sense?
Totally.
bringing all four elements of hip hop into your ears.
Yes.
So breakdancing, graffiti, rapping, scratching, the four elements of hip hop. You could
Yeah.
almost say that the Fugees are the fifth. Like they are so they're like the most quintessential hip hop artists. You know what I mean? Like, and think about it. Hip hop artists didn't play guitar before Wyclef.
Live instruments.
Exactly.
Yes.
You know
Yes,
what I
that's
mean?
very true. And
Have
dude,
just
think about
singing
the
tracks.
they came out in what 94 was their London on Reality, and I remember we get that stuff sliding across our table, on promo records or whatever. You're like, whatever, it's cool. But it was a time of Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg.
Exactly.
It was a time of Biggie. It was kind of on the cusp of like Biggie and Tupac coming out. It was a time about money, slanging, gangs, violence, whatever it
Dirty
was.
gutter.
And
It was all dirty
yes,
gutter. Yeah.
yes.
Like even Onyx. You know what I mean? It was
Yeah.
just gutter, gutter, gutter. And now you have this symphony coming out of the cracks of the sidewalk, and it was just, pure audio like phenomenon.
Yeah.
So you're right. Blended on Reality sells a dozen records. The Fugees are made up of three members. For those of you who don't know, it's Pras Michael, Wyclef Jean, and Lauryn Hill. So they originally had a different name. I can't remember, but even Pras, when he was being interviewed on Vlad, was like, that name was stupid. So we picked the name. Yeah. So we picked the names out of a hat, and I wrote Refugees, and we put it in. They pulled it out because him and Wyclef are from Haiti, and they grew up together, and so people mistook them as cousins, but they weren't cousins. But they went to church together. Wyclef's father was a pastor, and they grew up in all in the same area. But neither here nor there. Both of them were from Haiti, so they were refugees to the country, and so they were like, "Oh, it's a dope name. That's the name, but we got to shorten it," and so that's why they were called the Fugees.
Great name.
Almost a perfect name, huh?
Yeah, it really is. I mean, Fuji La. I mean, it's Fugees. It's so great. Rolls off the tongue, short and sweet, and boom, you got it. Yes.
So in 1993, the Fugees signed to Rough House Records. In 1994 is when they put out Blended on Reality. Like we said, they sold 12 copies.
Yes. Oh, wow. Yes. Sad.
But it had two underground hits, which were Nappy Heads and Vocab. Now, here's the thing. Praz's product manager was on the label, so he begged him for them to put out a second record.
Really? So
Yeah.
he saw something there.
Yep.
He's like, look, we're not done here. We got to get one. Let's get one more album together. We got to stick to this. Okay. Okay.
So at this point, Wyclef is married, and Lauryn Hill is very young. She's a young 18, year-old kid, and Praz has known her since she was really little.
Okay.
But somewhere in this time frame, Lauryn Hill and Wyclef Jean start having an affair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So they start having an affair, and as they're having an affair, it's going into 1996, and they're writing the score.
Wow. And they're having an affair while this is going on. So so Wyclef, Lauryn Hill having an affair with each other, even though they have, obviously Wyclef is married at the time. And Lauryn Hill, does she have a boyfriend or somebody she's seen at the time?
No.
Okay, it's just Wyclef.
Yeah.
So Lauren's the side chick. Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, that's going to be really, really pertinent in this. So Praz recalls in an interview in 2014 that Lauren called him and says, "Listen, I'm going to come down to the studio and I'm going to lay down the hook. I'm going to give you permission to use my voice, but I don't want to be a part of this group anymore, and make sure that certain people are not around when I'm there." I said, "No problem." That hook, do you know what it was?
Yeah.
What was it?
Ready or not.
Exactly. Ready or not. Here I come. You can't hide. How did you know?
Gonna find.
Did you read the same article?
No, dude, I'm a Fuji. I'm a fan.
Dude, they're
That was a great song. Well, there was two songs I'm thinking of. The two big songs. We're Ready or Not, and
I know
the other one,
the other
remake.
big song has a story behind it as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
Okay.
So, anyways, so in 1996, they put out the score. Lauryn Hill comes back to the group, and her and Wycliffe like continue this torrid love affair that Wycliffe's wife knows about.
Oh boy.
Yeah, and he calls it a love triangle. He's like, "Oh yeah, we had this love triangle." It's like, did you, or were you taking advantage of a young girl who was in your hip hop group?
Yeah, boy. Yeah, that sounds not cool. I mean, I don't know, because she's young and attractive. He's got some pull. He's somebody to look up to this young girl that wants to be in the music business. And he's married, but he's like, he can play all these instruments. He's probably charismatic, smooth, and not a good idea, but it happened.
Yeah, so she's like, I want out of the group. I want nothing to do with the group. And then the score comes out, and it becomes just one of the most phenomenal records that's ever been put on wax. Here's the saddest part. They've only put out 2 albums. That was their second album, and then that was it.
That was it. Yep, that was it. Oh my gosh, dude! And then can I share these lyrics from Lauryn Hill?
Yeah,
because this is when she wrote, and she said, I loved hard once, but the love wasn't returned. I found out the man I'd die for, he wasn't even concerned. Diamonds deserve diamonds, but he convinced me I was worthless. I was God's best, contemplating death with a Gillette, but no man is ever worth the Paradise Manifest. Dang, dude.
You're definitely looking at the same article I'm looking at.
Is it? Dude, that comes from a place. Yeah, those lyrics come from a place of pain, dude.
That was the
Dang.
last song on the score. So by this time, she had already written those lyrics like, guess what? This is awful. I want nothing to do with you.
Yeah. It's done at that point too. Jeez. Oh my gosh.
So they release it, and then that's when the lawsuits start.
Okay.
Because
Fill me
Ready
in
or
here.
Not was a sample from Enya. Yeah,
Was it? Oh,
from her song Boadicea. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but it's called Boadicea, something to that effect. Bro, if you
Okay.
listen to it, it's like, couldn't you have changed it just a little bit so you couldn't tell it was a sample? It wasn't a sample. It was the song, dude. So it was the whole
Really?
song, but it was just the underbass. It was just like boom, 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 boom.
Okay.
Boom, boom, boom. That was the whole song. And like if you just took the vocal tracks off, it's that song.
Oh no.
Yeah. So so Enya contacts the Fugees, and they're like, "Hey, did you clear that sample?" And Praz lies, and Praz is like, "Yeah, I cleared the sample. Don't worry about it. I cleared it." And then they caught him and were like, "You didn't clear the sample." So they were fined immediately.
Yikes. Oh geez. And this album was selling. The song was on the radio.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh geez.
Well, the reason why Praz was like, yeah, she lived in Ireland. I was like, I don't think this song ever get into Ireland. He was like, it was the number 1 song in Ireland for like 6 months.
Bras. Oh my gosh. Dang, dude. And back then, dude, people were sample happy, and all these artists were like, nah, you're not sampling my stuff unless I get paid. You couldn't just sneak through with it anymore. Oh yeah. And you got lawyers sniffing that stuff out too. So yeah.
Yes. So anyways, they end up having to settle out of court for a big giant fine. The score wins 2 Grammys and goes triple diamond.
Triple diamond?
Triple diamond.
A diamond is 10
million.
Wow. So it sold 30 million copies?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, when you ask Wyclef Jean, like, how come the Fugees broke up, or at least when poor Vlad TV, man, like, because I always start with Vlad and then I search the internet.
Yeah.
He couldn't get anything out of these guys. These guys were
Really?
clammed up. Yeah, he was asking. So he's like, hey, man, you know how he talks? He's like, hey, man, so Wyclef Jean, hey, bro, so why'd you guys break up? And he was like, we were just young and had a lot of money. So, things happen when you're young and you have a lot of money. And yeah, so that was his answer.
Wow.
But at this point, Lauryn decides to go to Jamaica to Tough Gong Studios because she wants to see where Bob Marley recorded.
Oh, wow.
And and so then Wycliffe didn't support her going there, And when she got there, she thought, you know what? I'm gonna start my own album. I'm gonna do my own album. And the reason why she wanted to do her own album is because she felt always betrayed when she was in the Fugees, and she even said that in an article. Oh crap! You're looking
Like
at
she
the
was
same
taken
article.
advanure of, or
Yeah, hold on. Let me see if I can find what
Okay,
the actual
okay.
quote. Hold on a sec, because the quote, when you hear the quote, you're like, oh man, that's sad. Hold on, let's see.
And I'll just talk about Lauren for a second too, man. Yes, she could sing, but she could rap too, man. You know, from her enunciation to her lyrics to the content itself to the meanings and everything to the flow. Dude, she was sick rapping. She was dope. People forget that stuff too.
Let's see. I'm trying to see if I can find it. Oh man, here it is. Okay. The Fugees was a conspiracy to control, to manipulate, and to encourage dependence, Hill told the Trace in 2005. I was not allowed to say I was great. That was considered arrogance, conceit. Real or perceived, this toxic dynamic drove her to go the Artur route. Unlike her bandmates, she went on the solo project.
Huh.
Yeah, I wasn't allowed to say I was great because that was considered conceit. Yeah, so she goes she goes to Tough Gong Records and she starts writing this album, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. Once again, if those two albums should be sent into space to teach aliens what music sounds like.
Yeah, that's our best work. Well, not ours, but I'm just saying Earth's. That's some quality product, the top-notch quality product.
Can you
in
name
hip-hop
two
in the
other
90s.
albums that you would rather be buried with than those two albums? You know what I mean? Could you name two other albums besides The Score and The Miseducation? I'll put The Eclectic in there too, because I thought that album was insanely good.
Yeah. Just a lot of good product coming out of the Fugees camp.
Yeah, the Carnival was good, but I think Eclectic was
good.
better.
Yeah, I'll have to go back and listen to that one again, Eclectic. Yeah, because that was after the Carnival.
Yeah, that was the one with
Yeah.
just because she dances go, that don't make her,
okay,
no,
okay.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyways, so she moves over, she goes to Jamaica, she moves down there and she meets Rowan Marley at the time, who's Bob Marley's son, and she starts dating him. Now at this point, Clef calls and he's like, "Hey, can I come down there and help produce?" And she was like, "No, I don't want you to come down and produce." So Rowan and Lauren start a relationship while she's still involved with Clef.
Huh.
Yeah. And then in 1996, Lauryn Hill got pregnant.
Okay. I remember that.
The problem is
Wait. Oh, go ahead.
no one knows who the father is.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
There's two people it could be.
I mean, if you look on Wikipedia, it says the father is still unknown.
Really?
Yeah.
Are they not DNA tests? Is something happening there?
So
What's
here's
going
what
on?
happened. Lauryn Hill made Wyclef Jean believe that was her son, and that was his son. And they took a paternity test, and Wyclef says that she lied. Wyclef's like, she's lying. That's my son. She's lying.
Wait,
Lauren says it's Rowan's.
so to this day, nobody knows. Well, Lauren has to know, obviously,
Well,
but she
I mean,
won't say. Or in her heart, it's
would she know?
Rowan's?
I mean, like maybe she messed around with both of them the same week. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Where
yeah.
this kid got it? He's in his 25 now?
Yeah.
In his 20s?
That's her oldest son. So then Clef wrote in his book, with Supreme Dramatic Fare, he wrote, "She could no longer be my muse. Our love spell was broken." Because she lied to him and made him believe it was his son. "She led me to believe that the baby was mine, and I can't forgive her for that," he wrote.
So the baby's not his.
I mean, once again, still
So
up
we
in the
don't know.
air. Yeah.
Jeez.
In 1998, Wyclef Jean comes out with one of the albums I just named was one of the best albums ever, The Eclectic. He writes the song "Where Fugees At." Do you remember that one?
He vaguely refreshed my memory on that one.
It went, "Where Fugees At? Everybody want to know when they're up on the track where Fugees at. Lauren, if you're listening, Praz, if you're listening, give me a call. I'm in the lab in the booger basement.
Okay, that sounds familiar.
Yeah. So, I'm trying to
So
remember.
he's asking, is that his way to say, "Come on, guys, let's do another album"?
Kinda, but he dissed both
Okay.
of them in
That
that
was
song.
kind of a diss too.
Yeah, because he says this. You know who you are, 8-bar superstar. Carabas buy up the bars with credit cards. You want to impress a chick you just met. First thing she says is, "Ain't you used to roll with Clef?" And then he wrote, "Baby girl took the opposite direction." Because in my mind, it's the new miseducation. So.
Okay, so they went at each. Okay, so he's going at. Okay.
But nobody wrote anything back. Nobody attacked
I was gonna
back.
say nothing came out after that, right?
No.
No Proz album, no Lauryn Hill, because she only did the Miseducation, and that was it, right?
Yep. Well,
was
and then she did the
nothing else.
MTV Unplugged album, which was just the Miseducation Unplugged. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Okay, they
Interesting.
reunite in 2004 at Dave Chappelle's block party, and at that point they're going to put out an album, and they already have their hit single or the opening single that they're going to use as what they're going to put out for the first single, and then put out the album. And Lauryn Hill says, "Nope, I'm not going to do it."
She changes her mind.
Yeah.
Just forget it.
Do you want to know what the single was?
What was it?
Hips Don't Lie.
Seriously?
Yep. It was supposed to be called Lips Don't Lie. And the part where Shakira sings, that was supposed to be Lauryn Hill's part.
Really?
Yeah.
That was a huge hit.
I know. Isn't that
It was a
crazy?
smash with Shakira. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, that's insane.
Yeah.
I never knew that. Wow. So that was a Fugees song.
Yep. That was supposed to be the Fugees' first single off their new album. But then then Lauryn Hill was like, "Nope." Okay.
Wow. My
Now,
mind
at
is blown,
this
dude. I
point-
did not know that.
Yeah, at this point, I believe she has 6 children, and Rowan has like vehemently gone on the internet and called Wyclef a liar and said that, it's not his kid, it's definitely Rowan's kid, so on and so forth. Wyclef has gone back and written songs kind of like saying I'm who Bob Marley would have been, not other people, kind of like saying that, Rowan's not really that important. They've kind of made a couple of jabs at each other. But other than that, you haven't heard anything from the Fugees until last night. Adley, you want to talk about it?
This is insane too, because there was actually a reunion. And people are saying it felt surreal. It felt like a miracle. Nobody thought this was going to happen because they have not been together for 15 years. 15 years is a long time to think about that. I mean, you go back to, so 21 minus 15. So we're talking 06, a long time ago.
It was at Chappelle's block party, dude.
So Chappelle, a long time. You're like, and Chappelle hasn't been on TV for how long? That long, pretty much. And you're thinking like the Fugees, all this drama they talked about. I mean, dude, if you've been through a divorce, if you've been through a breakup, even, it's hard to be in the same room with your ex. It's just uncomfortable. It's, there's all these emotions just flow out of you like, I hate this person. I can't be here. They hurt me so much. And they're probably feeling the same thing. And then I was thinking about this too. Wyclef's there probably like I feel like he still loves her. You know what I mean? He still wonders if that's his kid. If you're a dad and you have a child, there's a connection there that's undeniable. So he's thinking that, probably in his heart, this is my kid. But to crazily put this all behind them, and come out on stage and do a show together after 15 years is mind-blowing in itself, because they were saying even too, just I need to go watch this, I'll be honest, but just reading about it, it was on a roof, it was overlooking all New York, all this great view and everything.
17, yeah, they went on lot 17 on a bar on top of the roof. The show was supposed to start at 6:30, and Lauryn Hill is notoriously late. Everybody knows that about her. So when did it start, Adley?
Started at 10 p.m. Axl Rose ain't even that late. I mean, they made you wait longer than that 3.5 hours you had to wait, and you don't know. You're like, okay, because probably 3.5 hours of, is this really gonna happen?
Yeah, of course.
Are we gonna
That's
see
what
a
I'd be
show?
thinking.
Do I wait 3.5 hours? Do I keep, I got to call the babysitter? You know what I mean? I want to see this. This is history in the making.
Do you have their set list in front of you?
I'm looking at stuff. It looks like they came out to Lost Ones.
I
right?
think on the bottom of the article is the set list.
Okay, let me check this out, dude, because just thinking about everything going through everybody's mind is this going to happen? Is this what we're waiting for?
Put us in that situation, because I already know you'd be the one that'd hear about it, and you'd be like, Sketch, I'm telling you right now, the Fugees are gonna play tonight. I'd be like, all right, and then we'd show up, and at like 8:30, bro, and I'm talking us young, not now. I'll be so mad at you. I'll be cussing you out, like, dude, I know
why'd you
were
bring
full
us
of it.
here?
Yeah, da. This dude's peeing on my shoe. I gotta take a crap. Save my spot. I ain't saving your spot. Come on.
Yeah, it would be insane, but I mean,
But at 10, when the Fugees pop out, at that point, you could clown me for the rest of my life, bro.
Yeah.
Because I could die happy, dude. If I could see the Fugees perform. Here's the sad part, though. Every time I've said something like that, it's like, if I could see Tyson fight again, it's like, not really. Like, it sucked, dude. That fight
wouldn't be the
sucked.
same. Wouldn't be the same.
The fight sucked. He just fought like 2 months ago, so it sucked.
It wasn't. Yeah, he's not the same self. And dude, the Fugees. I mean, Lauryn Hill's now 46.
I know.
If I could go back to 46, you know what I mean? I felt like I was pretty healthy. You know what I'm saying? But dude, as you age, I mean, you're gonna be tired. And the way she raps and sings, I mean, that takes a lot of effort. You got to be healthy. You need some breathing skills. So it sounds like, I was a little rusty at first, but come on. You know what? You got to expect that. You got to commend them for even coming out, taking the chance to put on a live show after not being next to the two people you're performing with, no matter who it is, Lauren, Praz, Wyclef. It's like, okay, we're all together now. How are we going to sound? Because, they were hyping each other up, kind of helping each other, whatever. But they pulled it off. After a couple of songs, it looked like they were in their groove. Every once in a while, there'd be a little trip up or whatever. But Mike, when something messes up, you just roll with it, and people notice. They notice, but you can't go back in time.
Yeah.
Once it happens, it happens. But here's kinda the question I'm wondering now: was this a one-hit thing, or
No,
is
because
the
they said they're
tour?
planning a tour. It's I read stories that say they're planning a tour.
So the tour, is it gonna happen? I hope it happens.
Here's the thing. So do I. And you know why? Because Pittsburgh always gets those shows because we're so close to New York. And like we're the stop between. So, and we're also the only big city in this corner of like, we're right next to the South, we're right next to the Midwest, and we're on the East Coast. So like we always get those shows. And if the Fugees came, I'm definitely going to see them. But you better be prepared to be there late, and you better be prepared to be there for a long time.
Yeah, Grant, I'll definitely hit you up, man. But yeah, dude, to see a Fuji show, because dude, how big a show is it gonna be? I mean, what's your biggest spot in Pittsburgh that it would fill? Do you think?
The convention center,
and that's what 10,000 people.
I don't know. That's where the hockey. That's where the
That's probably
the
it's probably
Penguins
8 to 10,000 people. I bet you that'll fill it up. It's the same for Bakersfield. Now. Would it go stadium? I don't know.
I could see it.
Yeah.
Kenny Chesney fills up PNC Park or Heinz Field.
And that's what, 40, 50, 60,000?
I have no
That's
idea.
a lot. That's
You gotta ask
yeah,
Chris
it's probably,
Urbanek. We got to get him back on here, and we'll ask him this Fuji question. He knows those answers.
Yeah.
But here's my thing: is like, there's just such heartbreaking betrayal. That's first, and second, Wyclif's still married to the same lady, I believe. Yeah, and it's like, dude, come on. This almost destroyed our marriage once. We're gonna do this again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I will say this: Wyclef seems like his talent gets sucked out more of him as he gets older, like most rock and rollers. You know what I mean? Like U2 doesn't put out good albums anymore. Rolling Stones don't put good albums anymore. If Dylan put out an album next month, it would suck. You know what I mean? Bruce Springsteen's albums aren't that good. So like Wyclif's starting to like get there. Like he'll get a hit every once in a while, and then there's like a bunch of like, okay. You know what I mean?
Dude. And you know what? I just thought of this right now. When I worked at Play 103.9 here in Bakersfield, it's now called Forge 103.9.
He came
Wyclef came by.
Yeah.
He came by. And if I had known, well, I don't know. Even if I'd known all this drama, I probably wouldn't have brought it up. I don't think.
I wouldn't bring that up to him.
I don't think, man. I'd just be like, hey, glad we got one of the Fugees here in Bakersfield doing a cipher with some local rappers and stuff. I mean, the dude was super chill, super cool, man, and he was really nice. But I just think is this the start of the healing for the Fugees? I don't know, because
No.
you know some of that stuff's hard to.
No, man, I'm telling you, this is the thing. Until we get to heaven, we're not going to get the full perfect thing. John Lennon gets shot. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
the two brothers in Oasis hate each other.
Yeah,
Tupac, Biggie, like just keep going.
Beef.
That's why
Yeah.
that's why we're gonna start that new segment where we expound on what we believe somebody would have been if they wouldn't have died.
Oh yeah, that's going to be very intriguing.
Dude,
Definitely.
we could start it next week with the Fugees as a group if they wouldn't have
Disbanded and all that.
Yeah.
Do you think, one thing I think about too, and this is probably stupid, but do you think some of them, there's one of the members or more are thinking, dude, we need to make money. Let's go on tour.
I'm gonna say no,
It's
because
not a money
Praz
thing?
invested his money. I mean, I'm sure they're gonna make a pile of money, but Praz invested his
yeah.
money really well. Maybe Chappelle's behind this. To be totally
Chappelle
honest.
seems like kind of like one of those mediator types.
Yeah, and
he's
really
a
good
hip-hop
friends
fan.
with all of them. He's friends
Yeah.
with all of them.
Okay.
Yeah, so
okay.
maybe he's behind this. That would be my guess. I could be wrong, but
Okay.
the thing is, it's just I just think this side of heaven, we're not supposed to have something that perfect.
Yeah. We'll have to see how it unfolds. If they show, because they're obviously going to do LA, right? They got to make the West Coast. They got to hit.
I don't know if it'll
the
still
Bay.
be going on by that point.
Really?
Because I think if it happens, that's why I'm getting tickets, because it's not going to get past the East Coast.
It'll
before-
be, and it's definitely a once in a lifetime thing.
Well, before Lauren is just like, I'm done, I'm out.
Yeah, because hell hath no
Sad, huh?
fury like a woman scorned.
I know, bro.
I mean,
and here's the next thing. Lauren Hill, when she was young, and once again, my wife is the most beautiful woman I've ever seen in my whole life. But Lauren Hill, when she was young, looked like a Christmas apple, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, that was one of the most attractive humans God put on this earth.
Yeah,
And
she could flow.
He took the good-looking years from her.
Yeah, interesting. And dude, what if you're Lauren Hill's current husband now? How
I'd
you
be
gonna feel
mad.
about that? How
Yeah,
you
I'd
gonna
be
feel
mad.
about that? Going on tour with Wyclef, even though it's been 20 years,
'cause
25 years.
It's not one of those Hollywood pretend marriages where like a power couple type of thing. It's like, look, we're both in music, and I like making music, and we could just jam together, and we both have enough money from my estate and from your royalties that we don't have to living in Jamaica. You know what I mean? They're not
Yeah.
living on a resort. They're living
Yeah.
in like some village, just chilling, just
Yeah.
enjoying their life.
Nice
you know?
pad, no worries.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, I don't know, man. We'll see. Yeah, you're right. It's gonna. You don't think it'll make all the tour dates? We'll have to check that out. We got to
I
bring that
think
up
it'll
the
make
next
3
episode.
tour dates.
You think it'll go 3 shows,
New York, Philly, Pittsburgh.
and that's it?
Done.
And
Unless
that's
they
it.
do Detroit before Pittsburgh, which that happens sometimes, which I don't ever understand. Maybe it's
It's going
a bigger
backwards.
payday.
It's backtracking a little
Yeah,
bit.
I know, but maybe it's a bigger payday, and it's not. It's an 8-hour drive, so maybe it's like, look, we get there and then we come back this way.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
you know
okay.
what? This also might be it, because they usually do Detroit during the week, and they'll do Pittsburgh on the weekend.
Okay.
But anyways, yeah,
Interesting.
I don't think it's gonna make it farther than 5 or 6 shows. Like,
Wow.
dude, we're just not supposed to have it, bro. Like, you gotta understand. There's certain things that you get to look at in your life and go, man, that's like a little corner of heaven. And then they fade away, and no matter how good you try to describe them to the next generation, they'll never see them.
Never understand that. Never understand. Interesting. Wow, that's a great story. All in all, the Fugees, and we just maybe 2 months ago we did a story about Lauryn Hill, the Miseducation, finally going diamond, finally
Yeah.
getting 10 million. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But man, Fugees, if you're listening, if you ever come across this, we
love you.
hope. I hope you. I hope you make it to the West Coast.
We love you, Ann Chappelle. And if you'd
Yeah.
ever like to be on this show, please feel free. We will ask nothing but softball questions. We won't ask about that relationship. We'll just tell you how much we love your music. In fact, we can just have a listening party for the score. Just all of us just sitting there, each of us telling our college memories of what we were doing when how that song pertained to us.
Yeah.
If you're listening, which I doubt you ever will, but if anybody listening can send this to somebody who's listening.
Fugees definitely impacted the Chino brothers in a major way.
We would marry the Fugees as a band if that was legal.
Yes.
The
We'll
Spooks
do whatever
were dope
you need.
too, though, dude. That's what's sad is like the Spooks were a dope crew, but nothing's the Fugees. The Fugees were the Beatles and the Spooks were the Monkees, dude. No offense to the Spooks, but like, dude.
Well, did you remember even City High came out?
City High was
kind of like that.
City High was but they were produced by Wyclef.
Oh, were they really?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, they're produced by Wyclef.
And Black Eyed Peas kind of came out on that kind of similar vibe. Similar.
Black Eyed Peas were different. Like Black Eyed Peas, you know what's weird is I kind of knew they were gonna be what they were gonna be when we listened to them way
kind of
back in
pop.
the
They're
90s.
gonna blow up pop wise.
I just knew they were gonna be a big band someday.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
because their music was just too good and too catchy. That's the
Yeah.
joint. That's the jam. Turn that up. I was just like, oh man, this is catchy.
It's catchy. It's fun, dude.
Yeah.
Here's the thing too. Here's the challenge: is when you're feeling sad, listen to Miseducation. It
I'm
won't
not
make you
doing
feel
that.
happy.
Why would I do that?
But you'll dig deep into your emotions.
No, that's not for
will
me.
happen. That
Good
will
for you.
happen.
Have fun with that one. I'm not doing that. I'm listening to freaking the soundtrack to Friday, bro. Oh yeah, throw your neighborhood in the air. Boom, boom. If you don't care. Oh yeah.
That's good though too. Yeah, it depends on your mood, but
Yeah,
yeah.
if I'm sad, I want to get picked up, bro.
Yeah.
I want to hear
I like to get my
ring,
emotions
ding,
sometimes,
dong.
but
Not
yeah,
me.
get deep in
Not
it,
for
but
me,
woo.
dude. I don't
Yeah,
want to see
but-
what's back there. Whatever's back there is not, dude. Whatever's back there is angry. I'm like, nah, man, you stay over there. It's like the rats in my house, bro. I'm like, get out,
Cube,
get out.
and it's on.
All right, come on, man. Give me a story real quick. Let's burn these stories.
We got it. Yeah, we got a couple more, and let's start with.
I think we got to cut Rogan out, dude. Seth Rogen.
You want to skip that one?
Yeah, bro, because the other two are so good.
Yeah, okay. Let's go. Okay, well this is a fun one actually.
All right,
it's
go
kind of
for
a cool thing. So basically, apparently, I didn't know this, and then Mike, we talked about this a little bit pre-show, and it was like, yeah, Common, it responds to Tiffany Haddish because Common gave her a ring or is talking about a ring, and you're like, wait, are they a couple? Apparently so. They're a couple, and man.
Wait,
if
did
see
you
pictures-
verify that they're a couple, or are we just
Yeah,
assuming
yeah,
they're
they're
a couple?
talking about it. They're talking about it now that it's official that they're
Really?
a couple. And
That's
I'll
the
share
coolest couple in the history of the world.
It seems great, and they
That
look
is
so
the coolest
happy.
couple in the history of the world.
Yeah,
Like, here's the thing. People need to be appropriately attractive for one another. And I've always thought Tiffany Haddish was a very attractive human, and no one gives her respect, except for guess who? The handsomest man in the world. And that's how it's supposed to be. How you like them apples, world?
there you go. And
you agree
Common's
with me?
so cool. Common's the coolest dude in the world. You know what I mean? His hip hop is
his
is
music's
super
phenomenal.
awesome. He's a great actor.
Excuse me, let me testify.
Yeah, so much.
Before
Yeah.
you lock my love away, before you lock my love away, please let me testify. Boom, boom. Dude, that guy is fun. Dude, I love his music.
Yes.
Dude, how can you not love Common's music? If you don't like Common's music, there is like, I don't want to be your friend. I don't. His music's that good, man.
Yeah, if you don't like Common's music, we got nothing in common.
I like that. You have no common sense. You like that?
That's good. That's good. Yeah.
Well, dude, like, think about it, man. He's collabed with everybody because he's awesome. His
Yeah.
music is, that's somebody who you're like, I am so lucky that I'm gonna have you for as long as I've had you. Like, you get where I'm going? Because all the good ones they've taken from us. It's like, dang it. Another one, Bismarck, man, come on.
Yeah.
DMX,
Don't hurt
oh
you.
man, like all these, you just keep losing these good ones. It's like, Common, thank you for being here as long as you have, and I hope you and Tiffany Haddish get married. If this is the case, bro, this is like a birthday present.
Yeah. Now, what about this? The Fugees tour, Common opens up.
Now, I don't want them to mess with that business. I don't want Tiffany Haddish having to see that pain and misery.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Let me tell you about this relationship, friend. I'm going to tell you right now, this is exactly how it goes. She makes him laugh, and then he writes her beautiful songs. That's exactly how the relationship goes.
Okay, and it works. And the comment was, here was the comment that Common responded to. She was talking about getting serious, and Tiffany says, they present you with a ring. I want him to present me with the deed to a duplex or a 36-plex. Present me with an apartment building, she said. So she's smart.
But she's clowning, dude. But you know why? You know why she said that?
Huh? What?
That's how Common made his money. Was in real
investing?
estate. Yeah, it was in real estate.
What the heck? Oh,
Yeah,
see, man, I'm learning something new every day on the Chino Brothers. Look at this.
How do you, dude? We knew that when we were young.
Really? He
Yeah,
was talking
because-
about doing real estate?
No, because Raucous gave all the points, like almost all the points, back to their artists, and so he took the money, and he knew that he was like, I might be a one-hit wonder, and so he just bought real estate.
That's awesome.
If I just made that whole story up, I'll be surprised. I don't think I made that story up, or maybe that's one of those hood tales I heard from somebody else. But I firmly believe that's the truth. I'll look it up later, but I'm still going to put this on the internet. Sorry, folks. If there's misinformation, it ain't the misinformation of Lauryn Hill. I'll tell you that. It's about Tiffany Haddish and my boy Common. Bro, nothing makes me happier than this. Nothing. I'll say this. No celebrity relationship has ever made me as happy as this celebrity relationship. How about you?
I totally agree. And you think about it too, Common. I mean, we're in the same age range, and they're finding love in their 40s and 50. Well, I don't think he's 50, but late 40s. I think that's awesome. And Tiffany Haddish, dude, she seems like that chick. You could surround her with a bunch of dudes. We'd have fun and just chill together, and it would be no problem for her to hang with the dudes.
Dude, but for real though, not those chicks that are like, I can hang with the dudes. I wonder who I'm gonna make out with tonight. Oh, my boyfriend sucks. Like, not like that kind of chick. Like cracking jokes, cutting farts, like just
Playing spades.
Oh, playing. Dude,
Yep.
I bet she's good at tonk. I bet she's good at spades. Bro.
Dominoes,
Oh,
bones,
yeah, dude.
all that stuff.
She's got that taken care of. Don't even worry.
Drinks
about
40s.
it. I don't know about all that. She's kind of classy to me, friend. Come on, don't put that on nice Miss Tiffany Haddish. Dude, I'm gonna tell you right now. There's nothing I don't like about both those people.
Agreed. I can definitely agree with that. Dude, she's funny and everything. Every movie she's in, she seems like a great just person to chill no matter what shows she's on, whether it's Ellen or whatever, dude. She's just cool. Just
And
cool. And Common's just cool too, man.
How
Smooth.
like is there a better love song than The Light, dude?
Well, that's a great song. That is a great song. Is
Tell
that
me
a love
better
song?
love song than that.
The light.
Oh
the
my
light.
gosh, you don't listen to any lyrics in any song.
I really
do you?
don't. I'm sorry. Mike's the
There
lyrical
are
dude.
times when
When
you need someone,
someone
and I will be by your side. There is a light that shines so precious for you and me. I never knew a love like this. It's got to be important
That's
for
a good
me to
song.
write this. Girl, I ain't seen you in a minute. That song, oh my gosh. I wrote this letter and then I decided to send it. Oh man. Talk about a love song, dude. That's probably one of the most romantic songs I've ever heard in my life. And it was written by Tiffany Haddish's boyfriend. Like, good for you, Tiffany Haddish.
We still drop that one in the mix on Groove 99.3. You'll hear that every once in a while in the mix. Man. That's a
I
great
can't
song.
think of a better love song, and I hope that he writes a love song for you that tops The Light. How about that? What if he wrote a song that was doper than The Light for Tiffany Haddish?
Wow, Common. Hooking you up,
have
man.
your
Get to
assignment.
writing. Look
You
at
have your
that.
assignment, sir.
Nice.
But I promise you this: I'm a critic. I'm not going to keep shining your boots, Common. I'm a critic. If you put out a stinker, I'm gonna tell Miss Tiffany Haddish, you better start looking for half a block. Don't be asking for a 36-plex. You want half a block off this man because he didn't give you that song. But you know what'd be even more sick? If he wrote that song and it sold so well, even in this day of digital downloads, that he bought her a whole block. It was like
A nice city block in the Shy.
yeah, and then
There
on
you
top
go.
of it, on top of like the dopest building, there was a ring in the corner.
Ooh. There's some love advice for you right there. Look at that. Very nice. Yeah, but they got it handled. They look all happy and all the pictures and stuff too. So I'm
I
happy
hope
for
they
them.
are. Yeah, I'm 100% happy for him. Like I feel like a
Yeah.
schoolgirl, like finding out that BTS got married or something. They probably get mad about that. Like whatever it is, this is the coolest thing I've ever heard. This makes my day. This is good news.
Yeah.
Now let's make fun of Kamala Harris. I'm just kidding. But for all you guys that are watching, we did start a new segment called the Midday Getaway, and tomorrow is Kamala's turn on it. Anyways,
Be ready. So let's save the Seth Rogen. I want to end on that on the Common Tiffany.
wait, what
Is
was
that
the
cool?
last? Wasn't there another one?
It was the thing. Here's what it was. We'll just kind of give you a glimpse.
No,
of
not
it.
Seth Rogen. The other one.
There was another one.
Yeah, I remember we had two urban ones and a white one. The white one's gonna be sandwich. Oh, the other one was the Fugees. Yeah, never mind.
Okay, yeah, we had a double dose of Fugees.
That's right.
That's right. That's right.
All right, guys. Yeah, we're gonna wrap this up. But thank you so much for listening to us talk about how much we love the Fugees. B, listening to us tell you how much we love them ham and cheese or turkey and cheese
from 7-Eleven.
if you please.
If you please.
And also, dude, this has been nothing but a whole love episode. We should have done this one on February 14th. Isn't it?
Yeah, feeling the love. Definitely feeling the love.
I mean, so why end it with Seth Rogen? He's not in love with the Emmys, and the Emmys aren't in love with them. But guess what? Nobody's in love with the Emmys. We don't even know who any of these artists are.
I was like, huh? What show? What is this?
Is the Emmys the music one or is the Emmys the TV one?
TV streaming stuff now.
Come on, dude. Like, you know how many streaming shows there are? It's like The 12 Wives of Buckingham. Is that a show?
Yeah. Well, we talked about The
for its
Crown.
9th season.
The Crown got all the Emmys and stuff, and I'm like, man, they tricked me into watching the history lesson.
The Crown got Emmys this year?
Yeah, they finally got some in season 5 or whatever.
Dude, I thought that show came out in like 2012.
It's been around. It's been around since 15.
Is Breaking Bad
think it's
getting
5
the
seasons.
Emmys?
Finally.
All right, hold on. As we're wrapping up, this is what I want to say. I will say this. So let's give the quick Seth Rogen. So Seth Rogen said something about COVID at the Emmys, and the Emmys clapped back at him. We're like, you don't want Eugene Levy to die. All right, here's my point in wanting to tell that story. This is how unfamous people have been for the past 5 years that we're talking about Eugene Levy. You're never going to be famous again. There's never going to be any more famous people.
He was in American Pie. That's what I remember.
But we're so split up. You get it? Like, because it's like, oh, dude, the Chino brothers are blowing up. It's like, yeah, in Malaysia, but people who live in Pittsburgh don't know the Chino brothers, and people who live in Bakersfield don't know the Chino brothers. You know what I mean? Like,
Yep, it's true.
it's like we're so splintered that who's famous to one person will not be who's famous to the next person. We're never going to have famous people again.
Yep.
Eugene Levy will be more famous than Charlie D'Amelio ever will.
Agree.
Or Jake Paul.
Agree. Yes.
Like,
yes.
dude, think about PewDiePie. Have you ever watched one PewDiePie video?
I have a 10-year-old son, so we'll kind of glance through him. He doesn't even watch him really anymore. He doesn't watch him. He watches Corey Kenshin's, and Corey Kenshin's is an entertainer, a video gamer, an inspirational speaker, and he's a Christian. So that makes it really cool.
How many followers does that guy have?
Like 5 million? 5 million.
Yeah, I've never heard of the guy.
But you never heard him.
Yeah, I've
so he's
never
famous
heard of
in
him.
some circles. Yeah, it's a different world, man. This is so strange, but
So we don't need the Emmys anymore. We don't need the Oscars anymore. We don't want to watch your garbage, American media.
it's your opinion.
Yeah, it's your opinion. It's your garbage. You keep trying to shove it down our throat. We get it. You want our kids to believe in the new Cinderella. I didn't watch it. I'm not worried about my kids watching it. And none of us are buying it, but we're finding our own little pockets. And the Chino brothers are getting a pocket, and we're really appreciative. Adlai, you know how many followers we got on YouTube now?
Have we cracked 200?
206.
What?
Exactly.
Nice. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Mike's hard work he's putting in work. I know he is. I know he is.
1/5 of the way there. 1/5 of the way there. And
yes.
We organically got 200 views on that Little Nas video, and we just got 365 views on that what's that? The Alicia Silverstone one?
Really?
Yeah, and the Conor McGregor one has like 3.5 thousand views.
Holy cow.
It might be like 6.7. I don't know. And then like all the beef ones are like all over 10,000.
That is insane, man. That is awesome. Follow us if you're not.
People still don't know
Follow
who we
us.
are.
Subscribe.
Still don't know who we are. We have 100,000 impressions and like 60,000 views, and these people still don't know who we are. I feel like Eugene Levy. All right, guys, subscribe to us on YouTube. We'll see you on the next episode. Kept it to an hour and a half. All right, later.
Nice.